I'm Stuart Draper. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for GLAS. We are a leading provider of debt administration services. We principally focus on the capital and loan markets. And our mission, and always has been, to provide the most client-focused financial services solutions. So we chose Appian over traditional off-the-shelf solutions because we were simply looking for some software that was as nimble as we are. Having purchased off-the-shelf solutions in the past, we find that the configuration time and the subscription model doesn't always work for us. We're a relatively small company in a very big corporate space, and so we needed some software that essentially complemented how nimble we are. So the problems that we were looking to solve with low code initially was really understanding our data and our entire client base. So our first project, which was called OneView, was the primary purpose of that was to standardize all of our transaction records and simplify access to the key customer data. It had. So OneView has made life easier for our staff, and also in relation to the way we deliver the services to our customers. What it does is allow our people in any location to access the essential elements of the transactions that we work on, which is really important. There are a lot of key parties that are involved in a single transaction that we look after. Identifying information quickly really helps complement the responsive nature of our business and how it was founded. OneView in and of itself, it builds an initial foundation for our Appian journey. Essentially, it's the start of the more exciting workflow items that we're looking forward to implementing very soon. So Procensol have helped us unlock the power of Appian in quite a large number of ways. The team have helped us through sharing some customer experiences to give us inspiration of the kind of things that we can do and leverage with Appian. They've helped with arranging training through their relationship and a very strong relationship with Appian itself. And one of the most important things is providing some flexible access to their own developers. So we've taken on a number of junior developers for longer term projects, and for some more focused projects that are very, very targeted. We've taken some services from them with some senior personnel. Low code has helped us allow the wider team to get involved with Appian. I think the most significant thing has been that I've got a team of individuals that are very experienced in all manner of technologies, not necessarily at the beginning Appian. What I've found is that we get a very quick return on our investment with Appian due to the quick adaptability of those people in learning the low code software. Initially, prior to the remote working arrangements that most of us are now in, it was there really just to start capturing the ideas, the innovation that exists within GLAS in all locations and amongst its team. Now we've moved into a remote environment. That's actually prompted new ideas. I can safely say that an office environment can disguise some operational efficiencies, and moving into a remote working environment that exposes those. And Spark has been a really good tool at capturing people's thoughts on how Appian can solve the new problems that need to be solved right now. So we've rolled out a number of Appian apps since going live. In fact, about 38 apps now. The purpose of those apps is all interrelated, so I'm trying to build an ecosystem. So I'll give you some examples. We've got our instant management system. Essentially, that allows for instance that might occur within the business or in relation to our clients to be quickly captured, to enable our risk teams to identify any gaps that might exist within our processes, any areas that we can continuously improve. we have a vendor management system. So, for example, as a regulated firm in a number of jurisdictions, it's very important that we ensure that the quality of our vendors is to the highest standard. So the vendor management system essentially is a system of record. So we're capturing who our vendors are. That's obviously key. But it also allows us to go through a performance management exercise and the onboarding and potential offboarding of certain vendors in a very, very controlled way. We've also built applications that relate to GLAS as a business. Whereby we are trying to ensure that we are capturing the corporate information of GLAS in the right way, in a centralized way, and essentially have one system of truth. What I would also say when it comes to our clients and delivering services to them, Appian has absolutely revolutionized the way we deliver some traditional services. But I think what Appian has done is allowed me to gain far more control over various facets of the company, the various goings-on effectively by surfacing data and allowing me to make better and faster decisions. So the future for GLAS and also the future for Appian within GLAS is that Appian now is very much part of our vocabulary. If there is a problem to solve, we are not reaching for Excel, we are not reaching for Access. We're not really reaching for any other application. That the first thing we think of is, can Appian do that? And undoubtedly it can. And that really is changing the face of the organization, both internally and externally. I think you could say now that we are reaching the territory of becoming a fintech company, and the innovation that has come as a result of adopting Appian really is showing now in our client experience. In terms of what impressed me most about Procensol was that the significant experience that their developers have. The access that we had at the very beginning to the senior developers that have been with the organization and the technology for in excess of 10 years, that was really, really key. They were incredibly honest. They worked through very carefully the kind of business that we were and the applicability of Appian to our environment. And, we all came to the conclusion it was the right thing to do. I think in particular, my relationship with Tim Clark, that has been really, really instrumental to our success at pushing Appian into the organization in the quickest period of time. He has been really, really supportive in our Appian journey. Would I recommend Procensol? Yes, I would. The differentiation that I've found with Procensol is that they formed a real partnership with me and the company. So the advice that I would give to others looking to transform their business is simply do it. Appian has a relatively low financial barrier. We performed a task at the very beginning, which was not necessarily the traditional means of bringing Appian into the organization. But I do know that you can get very, very quick returns on producing very small applications that have significant impact. I think that the fact that we've rolled out 38 applications in about 12 months really bears testament to that. The other piece of advice that I would give is that the software and the agility is one thing, but one of the most important things is to engage the entire organization with the Appian product, show them what it's capable of, and then that creates the necessary inspiration to come up with some true innovation from all corners of the company.